You can see the entrance to the Eurostar terminal behind me here in London. Very empty inside. I've just walked through, just a handful of people. As you say, just one service a day running at the moment. But there is some relatively good news with the announcement of this deal. Things did get very bad for the company pre-pandemic, and particularly during the pandemic, when numbers dropped, passenger numbers dropped to just 1% of what they had been before the pandemic struck. Now that prompted the company to go to the British government for help. They went to the government back in November. They said, look, you've helped the airports out to the tune of some 8 billion euros. Can you help us out? And things got worse for them in January. But I'm afraid their pleas fell on pretty much deaf ears from the government, because the British government pulled out its financial stake in Eurostar back in 2015. So they felt unable to help. So this announcement today is very welcome, very timely news. And it does seem that Eurostar has turned to France and Belgium for help. Some of this funding is coming from a French railway, the SNCF group, and the Belgian state train operator SNCB. That means that the financial support will enable Eurostar to continue for the short to medium term, but we wait to see what happens beyond that, Oaks.
Okay. When Eurostar says its financial future is safe for the short to medium term, what exactly does that mean? Give us a financial forecast if you can, Victoria.
Well, there's been a statement from the chief executive saying everyone at Eurostar is encouraged by this strong show of support from our shareholders and banks, which will enable us to continue this service. But yes, short to medium term, what does that actually mean? We know that at the moment, as you mentioned earlier, a skeleton service that is set to increase now that there's been this financial help. But the company, it must be remembered, has already embarked on a pretty drastic cost-cutting measure. It's placed its staff on partial unemployment, so they're not out of the woods yet, although this 290 billion euro injection of cash will help for the time being.